What's up, everybody? We're Ryan, back to talk about nootropics and people's experiences. Got like 3 major threads from Reddit on nootropics. These are all super relevant. Like one of them is stimulants have zero effect on me. So we're going to talk about like why that could be the case, kind of what to do in those situations. And I mean, there's just a lot of cool content coming up. Okay, so check it out. In the meantime, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/CortexStacks. That's where we're at. We post a lot of stuff that we don't post here on the channel. On the web at livecortex.com/blog. All of our podcasts are there. It's free audio podcasts, like 91 or 92 of them. And then for products support this broadcast, I'll run through the specials on them right now. Here they are.
Elite level.
All right, number 1, we've got a nootropic
products.
stack. It is called Cortex. Cortex is an exceptionally strong stack in the eyes of our users. I mean, folks just take it, brain turns on. I think the most important thing about it is like people want to get work done. People are motivated. It's just like their brain works well. They're super verbally fluent. It's a whole nother level of brain function that you have to experience. Buy the Cortex stack, livecortex.com. Right now, if you use the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E, you can get Cortex for $28 a bottle, pretty cheap. And I know it's Friday, so it's payday, so just get it done. If you need my help personally on anything related to nootropics, we have a consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me. You can buy that at livecortex.com. If you're new to nootropics, buy Smarter, Better, Faster. It's a book we wrote that teaches you everything. If you're new, you have to start there. We recently launched Stack List. Stack List is like no BS, no frills, a bunch of stacks. And it's a combination of all of our stacks from all of our digital books. So it's like great stacks laid out, explanations for those stacks, doses, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so getting into some of these threads, the first one is interesting, and I think it'll be super useful to talk about. How effective has this nootropics thing really been for you? So obviously it's like somebody like who's been taking nootropics or has tried, hasn't had good results, and this is the stuff I like because there's always a reason or a way to figure it out. Or just they're taking the wrong stuff and they got to figure out different nootropics to take that'll work well for their brain. It goes like this. Hi there. First of all, I do not doubt the effects of any well-known nootropics here. I'm just asking for your experience and opinion. So that's good. Here's the thing. I've tried several nootropics now, and the benefits are almost not noticeable. On the one hand, I'm searching for reasons for it. Did I buy the wrong brands? Did I take the wrong amount? Do I have to stack it differently? Probably those last couple. On the other hand, we shouldn't forget that this subreddit is quite a filter bubble. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the topics were well discussed. I'm not really sure what the heck he's saying there. Okay, so here's the things that I've tried so far. Let's get to the relevant stuff. Ashwagandha, theanine plus caffeine, magnesium, vitamin B, vitamin D, bulletproof coffee, modafinil, and creatine. Okay, so out of those, you know, we're really talking about, I guess, theanine and caffeine and modafinil for like things that are noticeable. Okay, so let's see where it's relevant here. But for me, a nootropic should also give brain benefits, and I still have had a hard time focusing, get tired when I have to do work that requires alertness, and have brain fog pretty often. What has been the most effective for me is modafinil, but it comes with a lot of side effects, and it's just strong to take it daily. I build up a tolerance very fast from 100 milligrams, and that's basically all he's saying. Okay, so, okay, you've taken modafinil. Basically, let me just put it into perspective. You've tried basically 4 or 5 things. I don't see any racetams in here, and for a lot of folks that, you know, look, you responded to modafinil, so obviously you respond to higher dopamine and wakefulness promoting, so I guarantee you respond to oxiracetam. I do like a gram of oxiracetam, 100 milligrams CDP choline, see where the heck you're at. As far as modafinil goes, I mean, yeah, look, it may come with some side effects, you know, like racing hard, and it's certainly going to mess your sleep up if you take it after 3 or 4 p.m. for most people. L-theanine and caffeine, I mean, sometimes that's hit or miss. Largely, it helps people to get a stimulant-like focus that's not overstimulant-like, so I'm not really sure what the heck's going on there. Perhaps the dude just has a super caffeine tolerance and we don't really know what's going on. Ashwagandha, it's like, well, ashwagandha, you don't really take for nootropic benefits. I mean, it's not fostering your productivity. It's much more fostering or just calming down the nervous system and making you feel good. And yes, potentially the dude's expectations are a little high or a little different. Maybe he just expects to be Bradley Cooper and Limitless when he's taking some of these compounds. And for most nootropics, it's not really like that. Unless you're taking like a, you know, a uridine, CDP, Alcar, B-complex DHA stack, you know, or like pretty high dose modafinil, you're not going to run into that. Okay, so my suggestion, you know, in this case is like, yeah, it's pretty clear. I think the guy really needs to shift toward using racetams. You know, aniracetam, oxiracetam, piracetam, phenylpiracetam, start there in modest doses and see what you get. And then if none of those things work, you might really want to focus on some more dopaminergic stuff because you know modafinil is affecting you well. So shoot for theacrine, like at a small level. You know, shoot for phenylpiracetam. There's some evidence that it's dopamine reuptake inhibitor. And then shoot for things like L-tyrosine, L-dopa, or phenylalanine to increase dopamine in epinephrine and norepinephrine. That could also be the case too. Needs to crank up the alertness-based neurotransmitters. Also, I mean, the guy mentioned he had brain fog, and you have to ask the question, what is causing your brain fog? Because sometimes nootropics are not going to help that. Okay, because you got to fix the problem first. Next one, stimulants have zero effect on me. Kind of similar. I've tried modafinil, phenylpiracetam, DMAE, and caffeine. I've gotten zero effects from all of them. I've tried them extreme doses and they made me nauseous at high doses. Anyone have any idea, you know, why this is? That's a hard one to say. Whenever you don't respond to some of the heavy hitters like that, you've got modafinil and phenylpiracetam here. I mean, two things would be my suggestion. Number one, you might have the enzymes that metabolize drugs, they might really overwork in your body. Some people, that's the case. Those people can metabolize alcohol super quickly. Basically, the stuff isn't active enough in your bloodstream because your detoxification pathways in your liver are processing them very quickly and they're not staying in your blood. That's one thing. The other thing too is, like, I mean, you've got largely stimulants here, and I know the tag is like stimulants have zero effect on me, but you probably want to try some of the processing power increasing nootropics. Go back to regular racetams. You know, have you tried aniracetam? Because, I mean, for a lot of folks, that provokes a response. It just does, especially when they're not responding to other things. Coliracetam, you know, trifaciracetam works on GABA, also works on acetylcholine. That would be my suggestion on that. There's always a way. And again, I mean, you know, we don't know what the heck else this guy's doing. Maybe he's taking some other supplements that are messing with it. Who knows? Or maybe he's going to get a better focus from tranquility nootropics. Some people that don't respond to stimulants, they do better on theanine, ashwagandha, St. John's wort, things of this nature, maybe even phenibut. Piracetam, caffeine, theanine would probably yield this person a result, just to give you some good, useful information. Last one, can someone explain the underlying mechanism of tyrosine causing anxiety in some people? Okay, so here's the deal. Tyrosine, the main reason tyrosine might do that and not do it for other people is because tyrosine cranks up the alertness-based neurotransmitters. Noradrenaline, epinephrine and norepinephrine, so adrenaline and noradrenaline, I mean, if those are cranked up and your body isn't particularly in necessity of them at high levels, because some people are, because they might be depleted of them, then you're going to get anxiety because you just don't need more of that stuff. It's the same thing for folks that drink too much coffee and get anxiety. It's just like their body at the time does not have the capability to handle all that, and probably because it just doesn't need it. It just doesn't need all that stuff. I can tell you that in the beginning of my nootropics journey, probably a couple years in or something, I took tyrosine for about 6 months after I had an underactive thyroid. I took that with selenium and iodine because it's like a great pair to synthesize thyroid hormones. And for the first like 6 months, it was super awesome. Like, it energized me. I felt super motivated all the time. I was like, I want to take this every day. But then eventually I ran into that same problem. And that is probably because I repleted the neurotransmitters like epinephrine and norepinephrine, and then I just didn't eat it anymore. You know, one of the things that people, I guess, fantasize about nootropics kind of wrongly is like you can take them every day and you just can keep taking them or whatever. And really it's, you have to use them to replenish things, get the brain back to baseline, and then, hey, don't take nootropics for a week or two. Cycling off is appropriate in these kind of situations, okay? So if that makes sense, Ryan at livecortex.com. If you have questions, I will answer them the best I can. Remember the Cortex Nootropic Stack right now, guys, $28 if you use the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E, at livecortex.com. That's the, you know, nothing works for everybody, but like looking at our data and just kind of looking at the anecdotals and people hitting us up, we have so much. 85% of people respond super positively with the Cortex. You can get that at livecortex.com. Again, coupon code 5, get your Cortex for $28. If you need my help personally, we have a consulting service on nootropics. Get that at livecortex.com. And if you're new to nootropics, you gotta buy Smarter, Better, Faster. That's the book we wrote that teaches you everything. Okay, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Rock on. We'll talk to you next time.
My name is Ryan Michael Ballo. For 6 years, my sole mission has been to improve the performance of my brain. This is why I created Cortex. My mission was to build a nootropic stack that gave me extreme focus, powerful motivation, and a heightened cognitive state. And after years of experimentation and a comprehensive beta testing protocol, and putting together the most powerful nootropic compounds on the planet, I found what I was looking for.